What's up guys, it's LDJ here and welcome back to the Severn Vale United career mode. Make sure to slide tackle that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to join the board of directors. You can also join my Discord server to chat with me, suggest things for the series, and get the inside scoop on all things Severn Vale United. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the episode. Welcome back to the Cavalier Chronicle, your trusted source for all things Severn Vale United. I'm your host, Teddy Kingsley, and let's get into the news. The Cavaliers are looking to get off to a great start in their League One campaign, while also progressing in the Carabao Cup, which they got knocked out of in the first round last season. With their game against Charlton Athletic, they're looking to push for their second piece of silverware in club history. Meanwhile, the manager has noticed a certain player sticking around the training ground a little longer than others as he vies for a starting role in the Cavaliers midfield. My sources around the training ground say he's tipped for a couple of starts in the next coming games, so be on the lookout for this next breakout star. That's all the news that I have for you today. Let's get into the episode. Before I get into our games for this episode and the end of the transfer window, I want to go over some changes I've made to the storylines and random event generator that I have for this series. I've completely revamped how I'm going to do it so that we get more storylines and more random events more often. So my new system is I now have a deck of 30 different events. There's positive narrative events, there's negative ones, and there's neutral ones, and there's also wildcard ones, which can be taken in a bunch of different directions. There's 30 in total, and the way that we draw a card from this deck is there's a few ways actually. So one of the ways is we pull one at the start of each month. Technically August already started, but I'm going to pull one for the month of August. And another way is after cup matches, which is perfect because in this episode we have a cup match against Charlton in the Carabao Cup. And another way we can draw a card is if we win or lose by 3+ goals. The next way is when a player scores a hat trick or gets sent off. Based off all those conditions, we might have the chance to pull 3 different, random events this episode because we're pulling one at least for the month of August. A lot can happen in August and I'm really excited. Before we go ahead and play this first game against Charlton Athletic in the Carabao Cup, we are going to pull our first card from the deck. So I'm not going to go over all 30 of the different random events. I'm going to put them all in the Severn Vale United document. You guys can check that out in the link in the description. I'm going to go ahead and pick a number from 1 to 30, and whatever number we get is the event that we're going to pull from in the deck. Hopefully we can get a good one. And we have landed on the number 5. This one's actually perfect. We landed on Club Hero Returns. A club legend visits training, temporarily boost chemistry and team spirit. That is actually great news, and who better to visit the club before a big game in the Carabao Cup but Ronald Ochoa, the legend himself, Mr. Severn Vale United, Mr. Cavalier. Only a few months after retiring, Ronald Ochoa has cut his vacation early and visited the boys at Royalist Park. Ronald popped into my office after training one day and asked me if he could give the boys a motivational speech ahead of their game in the Carabao Cup, and I let him do exactly that.
I want to make sure you guys remember what our goals are when we step on this field. Jackson with an X. What's one of our goals when we step on this field?
To do your best day.
Okay, not even close. Did we learn anything this season?
Yes.
Our goals, no, not even close. Make the other players cry and stomp their butts into the ground. Does everyone understand that?
And because of his speech, the boys have seen a boost in their morale for this upcoming game, which means everyone in the starting 11 is going to get a +5 to their composure. I'm going to go ahead and apply those temporary upgrades, and then we're going to go ahead and get into our first game of the episode versus Charlton Athletic. I have successfully added +10 to every member of the starting 11's composure stat. And this is how we are going to line up against Charlton Athletic. Up to Severn Vale, let's go Cavaliers. And we are wearing our away jersey for the first time this season. Really like this yellow kit. Still running with these new sliders, gonna test it out, and they have pounced on Miles early. Miles might get sold. He's just not working out for me as a player. This is how you counter. Find him. Oh, it's Miles. Can Miles prove me wrong? That is horrible. That was his moment to shut me up on the sidelines, and he is a left back for a reason. That kid is crispy though. Uh-oh. Good save, Adario. Here we go. Escamilla on the ball. Into Reynolds. Back to Escamilla. He's looking for options. Goes past one. Morgan. Akacha. Oh, and he tries to dance inside, and he's offside anyways. Encouraging stuff, though. He's barely offside. He's a toenail offside. All right, Benji, let's get involved. Good job, Morgan. Here we go. Morgan have one. Oh, and the shot. Oh, they're calling a foul? Oh, they're calling a penalty. And this is going to be our first penalty of the series. Not even the season. Is that I mean, it's a foul, but like, was it even inside the box? I'm not complaining though, and Adam Morgan is going to take this penalty. As I said before, because Ronald visited the starting 11, everyone has a +10 to their composure. I should have added a +10 to everyone's penalties as well. And let's see if Morgan can finish. And he finishes. What a penalty. The composure stat really helped out there because he banged that one in top left corner off the post and in. Adam Morgan practices those shots. I see him do that in training all the time. And his first penalty and our first penalty is slotted in. Get in, Adam Morgan. What a pen. What a pen. Can't believe that was our first penalty of the series. And we go up 1-0 versus Charlton Athletic. Before the penalty, they were on top of this game, and they're still on top of this game. Yeah, that could have been dangerous. That could have been dangerous. Oh no, Lucas. This is not where I want Lucas. This is not where I want Lucas. What a save, Adario, as the last man versus anyone else. Let's get this out, Miles. Let's clear it. Jones is out there. And he can turn. It's just you, Jones. It's just you, Jones. Can you find Van Dijk? What a ball, Jones. What a ball, Jones. Finish Van Dijk, and he buries it. Yeah, this might be Ronald's successor. Benji Van Dijk, man. What a counterattack off the corner. Jones the third with a great run. Lays it off to Van Dijk, and he does the rest. They're pulling on a shirt. It doesn't matter. He buries that. He's a clinical striker, man. So happy we picked him up from Ajax. Really surprised they let him go, but they probably just have a surplus of talent over there in the Netherlands. We'll take that. 2-0 up against Charlton against the run of play as well. Not a great showing from the boys, but considering this isn't our starting 11 and we're up 2-0 against a superior opponent, I will take that. The only sub we're making is Luke Cox on for Miles Taubert, who has not had a great half. That left back spot is really shaky for us, man. If we get any more money, I'm going to look at a left back. And Benji's on the ball. Can't find Akacha, but Akacha picks up the pieces. What can you do? Can you find Morgan? Oh, and Morgan hits it on the volley. Here we go. Can you find Morgan? And Morgan can bury it, and that's 3. Absolutely dismantling this team. And we've scored 3 goals this game, which means we get to pull another card from the deck. Really finding our feet now. I don't know if I should up the difficulty to ultimate, because this is legendary with sliders. Let me know if you guys want me to up it to legendary, and I will. Get out there, Jones. Oh, and he misses his tackle. He's not the greatest defender. He's more of a Trent Alexander-Arnold type. And we're going to be making 2 subs here. Jesus Adame in for Thomas Reynolds and Jackson Wagner in for Azaria Kacha, who didn't have the greatest of games. Not bad, but also not anything to write home about. And we're just going to try and see out the rest of this game. Hopefully keep our clean sheet intact so we can build up a bit of a clean sheet streak. And Jackson tries to find Benji. Oh, and Benji picks up the pieces. And he buries it. What a gift from their goalkeeper. And that's 3 goals in 2 games for Benji Van Dijk. He's starting off his Severn Vale career with a bang. Ronald scored 30 goals last season. Benji already has 3. Will he be able to break the record this season? Yeah, that's just very sloppy from them. I don't know what they're doing at the back. Can you get a cross in? Oh, Jackson. Dean. Oh, wow. Dean, you got to finish that, brother. You're right in front of the goal. Here we go. Sean Myers running off the ball. Can Sean get a goal before the game's over? And we get a corner. Sean is still going to play a lot of games this season. Don't you worry, man. And it looks like the clean sheet's going to stay intact for this game. Good showing from our defense. Our two center backs really had great games. They're really the reason why we still have this clean sheet. And we take home a 4-0 win in the Carabao Cup versus Charlton Athletic. Last season we went out in the first round, but not this time. We absolutely destroyed them. Let's go ahead and check the performance. Yeah, a lot of 9s, 9.6 from Benji. Really good games from the boys all around. Good win. Into the next one. And with that win in the Carabao Cup, we get to pull because that was a cup game and we won by more than 3 goals. So I'm going to press this number twice, and whatever numbers we get are what scenarios we are going to get for this episode. So here's the first number. 22 and 1. Okay. And 1 is a positive narrative. It's Breakout star. A fringe player becomes red hot. Give them 3 starts in a row and mention scouts are watching. I'm going to go ahead and pick the player for this one. It can't be a starter, so it has to be someone who usually plays on the bench or is a reserve. So I'm going to make that decision, and then we're going to scroll down to 22, and dang, this one sucks. It's bad pitch conditions. Weather disaster affects training. Simulate match with youth team or lower rated squad. Unfortunately, that means we are going to sim our next game against Cambridge United with our worst squad by rating. So basically, we're just going to play the worst player in every position, and hopefully we can get a result. They are in 24th place, but that's only after 1 game, so that really means nothing. Unfortunately, that was the second scenario we got, but I am really happy about the first one, and that kind of works out because whoever the fringe player is was likely going to play anyways because of the bad pitch conditions. And the fringe player that I have picked for the first scenario that we drew is going to be Maxim Kaczynski, our 61 rated center mid cam / left wing, can really play all over the place. And the reason why I'm picking him is because he actually played really good in the first game of the season. He scored 2 goals, and he technically is a fringe player because he's not high rating enough to start at the left wing position since we signed Akacha, and he's also not high enough to start in center mid because we have Luis Adame in this spot and we've got Morgan and Limon in the cam spot. So he really just can't find his way into the squad, even though he is a good player. But because of these new conditions, he's going to start the next 3 games in our midfield. Whether that's going to be at right center mid, cam, or left wing, he is going to start the next 3 matches. And that's going to start with this first one against Cambridge United. And as you can see, here's the squad for you guys to look at. Duffy, Lucas, and Tolbert are going to have to play this game despite not meeting my fitness requirements because of this scenario. I'm just hoping we can get a result away from home. And somehow we do get out of there with a 2-3 win over Cambridge United away from home. Sean Meyer gets a goal, Duffy gets a goal, and Lucas gets a goal. So shout out to them for coming through big for us. Didn't have a great defensive game, but it doesn't matter when we put 3 past them. We're going to go ahead and sim our next game against Reading and then play the last 2 of the month and then get into the transfer deadline day. And this is the squad that we are running against Reading. And unfortunately, we do pick up our first loss of the season, which snaps our win streak, which was on 3. And Sean Meyer does score again. So him and Van Dijk are really, competing for that striker spot. I started both of them this game with Sean playing off the left, and Van Dijk didn't seem to have a great game, but Sean did. It doesn't matter where you put him on the pitch, he's gonna score. Unfortunate that we didn't win this game, but we move on to the next one. So we have an offer from FC Nordsjælland for Lukacs with $3.3 million. Now, I really don't want to sell this guy because he's got a lot of potential, probably our highest potential player to come out of the academy. He's 17, 66 already, but 3.3 million is a lot of money for a 17 years old. And the only reason why I'm considering selling him, even though we only promoted him last season, In fact, we promoted him at the end of the season. This is really his first like month at the club, and it would be really like, it would suck to sell him, but this is a lot of money. And we do have his replacement, Alex Ferreira, who's worth 3.6 million, and he's 71 rated already. He would be our best player by rating, and an instant upgrade. He's got whipped pass, decent tackler. So I would hate to sell Luke Cox, but I have to negotiate this. I'm gonna try and get 4 million, because if we get 4 million, we can get a little bit of extra cash and sign his replacement, who is better than him, by the way, and only a year older. I hate to do it to you, Luke, but that's a lot of money, brother. I'm gonna ask for a flat 4 with a sell-on clause of 8%. Gonna see what they say to this. Really? I didn't think that was that crazy. I didn't think that was that outlandish. Okay, they just walk away. They don't even want to counter. Hey, fine with me, man. Fine with me. Luke Cox is staying. But as you guys can see, a bunch of clubs want this guy. Tottenham were in for him. Dortmund were in for him. I went ahead and rejected those because they didn't meet the valuation. But 3.3 million did meet the valuation, so I had to consider it. Luke Cox is staying for the time being, and we are going to get into our next game, which is in the Carabao Cup versus Barrow, who we played about 4 times last season. This should be an easy W. And this is the team that we are running against Barrow. This is the 3rd of Max Kaczynski's string of starts because he is our, breakout star. And let's see if he can continue his good form against Barrow. Up to Severn Vale. Let's go Cavaliers. And here we are against Barrow at home. Hopefully we can go far in the Carabao Cup this season. We didn't really get a chance to last year. We're already into the 2nd round against an inferior opponent. Oh, and Max. Oh, Max. Trying to get him a goal. He's the breakout star right now. Have it. Oh! And that's why he's the breakout star. What a goal from Max Kaczynski. He's got the potential, man. He plays so much better than a 61 overall. What a goal. A volley. It's a half volley, I think, actually. But what a goal. Until he stops, producing, I have to keep starting him. Yeah, Max. Doing a little bit of everything, a little bit of defensive work. That's a clean tackle. Oh, referee, I knew he was gonna pull I knew he was gonna blow his whistle, man. Yeah, Jones the third cannot defend. I have to say it. Somehow he won Defender of the Year. Maybe it was rigged, man. He got 14 clean sheets. What am I supposed to do about that? Oh, Jones, you're making me look bad. Good tackle though. Referee, let's get this ball out. Good block, Kevin. All right, we can't get out. Good tackle, Lucas. Okay, we can't get out of the box. Can we get out of the box, please? There's too much going on. Hit that. Oh, and Hector slips right before shooting it. That's unfortunate. Let's pick this ball up. It's getting a little sloppy out here because of the weather. Oh, Jones, you gotta win that. Good job. Oh, what a ball. And they don't finish. That guy's had about 2 chances now. Offside? Clear that. Get in front, Duffy. Oh, God. They're putting pressure on us now. Stop the shot. Oh, good turn. And they level. That guy finally buries, man. Took you 3 times. Is that Alan Pardew? It's a good goal. It's a good turn. Yeah. I hate this angle of our stadium. I can't wait until we upgrade our stadium, bro. What is this angle? All right, we have a game on our hands. I'm blaming the rain. Oh, what a ball. Dario's there, though. Oh, no. Clear that. Okay, what the hell did Dario just do? But we make it to halftime. 1-1. It's all squared up. And we're starting the second half with an unchanged squad. Don't really have anyone off the bench that I think can change things right now. What can Sean do? Nothing. No one's skill moves are working in these conditions. Oh, no. Good job, Kevin. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some subs soon. Some of these players are fading, like Hector. Find Duffy. Good ball. Back to Max. Max is gonna drive. Eric. Into Hector. Who finds Eric? And Eric tries to find the top corner. And we are going to make 2 subs as well. Ruben Phillips is coming on for Duffy. And Miles Tobert is coming on for Jones the third. He's going to play right back instead of his usual left back. Come on, Phillips. Good job. Good press. Hey, Phillips is our best player, man. That's why he has the number 7. Expecting a big season from him, man. Here we go. See him on the ball now. Connecting well with Hector. He still has the ball. Oh, and Sean finishes. I don't know what that goal was. I could have sworn Jackson Wagner was offside, but it doesn't matter. And Sean Meyer picks up another goal, by the way. He is the ultimate bagsman. Just poses on him. That's insane celebration. I don't know what. I could have sworn Jackson was offside. What an assist. And we take the lead. Up the Cavaliers. Good tackle, Max. Yeah, Max is having a game, man. There's a reason why I picked him as the breakout star for this episode. What a tackle from Ethan Lucas. Big guy, man. We got some buff players on this team. Oh, Miles. You can't sell me right there, Miles. Get back, get back. Good block, good block. Oh, no. I'll take that. I'll take that. Good job. Good foul. Tactical foul. All right. All we got to do is clear this. All we got to do is clear it. We got some big bodies in there. Good job. And then Phillips is gone. Yeah, Phillips is gone. Phillips, you're gone. Oh, it's staying in bounds too because of the rain. Oh my God. Phillips, brother. That was not good. Let's get this out. Oh, what a save. What a save, Dario. What a save. That's a game-winning save. And we win, barely, by the skin of our teeth. And shout out Sean Meyer for the game-winning goal. Not our best performance, but not our worst either. And yeah, Maxim Kaczynski, man of the match. 8.6. There's a reason why I picked him as the star player of this episode. And we're going to get into our last game of the episode. And this is going to be our lineup against the Wigan Athletic in our final game of the month. Unfortunately, that was the last of Max Kaczynski's 3 starts in a row, but he's not being dropped this game because he played poorly. It's actually because he's tired and can't start this game. So Luis Adame has reclaimed his right center mid spot, and we are pretty much running out with our strongest 11 aside from Wagner, Tolbert, and Malcolm Sabal. Let's get into our final game of the episode. Up the Cavaliers. Let's go Severn Vale. What in the kit clash? They should have picked the red one. Yeah, I don't like this, but we're going to have to deal with it. We get a corner early this game. Their goalkeeper forced into an early save. It's a great save, actually. Fading away from him. Big, strong left hand. Is his last name Tickle? Let's get a good crossing. Absolutely punches Luka in the back of the head. I feel like that should be illegal. Good tackle, Lindsay. Way to read the danger. Come on, Benji. We need to run. Jackson might take it all the way, though. Oh, Jackson. This is why we thought about selling you. Oh, no. Has Luis picked up another injury? I know I gave him the injury-prone trait, but come on, dude. He's made out of glass. Might have to fire our physios. I don't know. Oh, he finds Jackson. Oh, and he can't get the shot off. Keep moving it, Jackson. Oh, what a cross. Oh, Miles. He's just shut me up. What a cross and what a goal to Benji Van Dijk. I really have a striker selection problem, man. Or maybe it's not even a problem. Maybe they can just rotate because Benji is also a bagsman. If you guys can come up with a nickname for Benji Van Dijk in the comments, let me know. What a goal. That's a pure striker's finish. Just instincts. What a cross also from Miles. That's already his second goal in the league. This is his first start though, I think. Good tackle, Lindsay. Lindsay's just a rock at the back, man. I don't think I've said Phillips' name all game. Good tackle, Luka. Referee, man. Some of these foul calls. What happened to the game I love? Another spin. Referee. Oh, how is that not a foul? Finds Luis. And Edgar's in space. Can he line one up? It's not far away. It hits the back stanchion of the goal. He loves a long shot as well. It's always rising though. Unlucky. And we go into halftime up 1-0 over Wigan Athletic. Former FA Cup winners, by the way. Don't know if you knew that, but they have won an FA Cup. Don't think we need to make any subs. Probably Jackson, but I'm going to leave him in to the 60th minute. I really hate that this kit clash is like really a thing. It should have put us in either the yellow or the black and red jersey. Let's go, Phillips. Let's get back. Let's get involved in the game. Let's go, Phillips. That's what I like to see, Phillips. That's what I know you can do. Gonna get Luke Cox on into Morgan. I tried to wriggle through. Uh-oh. What a ball. Oh, and they level it up. What a goal. Malcolm can't step across to get the block in, and they finish in the top right corner. Yeah, they just play the ball behind our defense. I'm suspecting that's offside, but they didn't call it. And it's a good shot. Bit of swerve on it, and it's all level at Wigan Athletics ground. All right, boys, time to wake up. Final product is lacking a little bit. Benji, what a finish. We strike back immediately. When we get scored on, we tend to go right back down the field and score again. Are our cameramen drunk this episode? What is that angle? Why are we looking at his feet? What a goal this is, though. Just finds Benji. Jackson knows he's gonna finish. He's like, here, I don't even want the ball, just leather it. And he finds the top right corner. Benji, man, he might be Ronald's successor. I know we have Sean, and I love Sean, super sub Sean, but this guy Benji, man, I don't know how long we're going to be able to keep him at this club. Because if a big club comes knocking for him, which probably will happen if we make it to the championship next season, we may have to sell. But it would be amazing if he could break Ronald's record in just 1 year. Good interception. Good job, Phillips. Finds Reynolds. I don't know why they're so deep. Benji? Oh my God. He shot that so fast. I don't know how that came off. Yo, Benji's different. He's just different. The thing is, the shot's not even super accurate. It's just so fast. It's just so quick. The goalkeeper can't do anything. Nah, he's nuts. He's absolutely insane. And Azaria Kacha is going to come in for Jackson Wagner, who's picked up 2 assists this game. So that's 4 assists for him for the episode, I think. And that's a hat trick for Benji, so we get to pull from the deck again. I might have to change the rules again. We pulled from the deck like 5 times this episode in the channel. What can you do? It's a foul, ref. It's a foul, ref. Benji doesn't care though. That's on his weaker right foot. Uh-oh. Lindsay, man. Lindsay's been my player of the episode, but I'm sure other people disagree. We will take that. What a performance from the boys. Benji Van Dijk picks up his first hat trick. Insane. What a player. So far, he's signing of the season. Hopefully, Azaria Kacha can catch fire like that too, and we should be rolling. Overall, everyone had a really good game. Now, let's hop into the transfer deadline day. Before we get involved in the transfer deadline day, let's go ahead and check our brand new youth scout reports. Starting off in England from T-Power, let's see what we have. Rory Howarth. Potential looks good, but the overall, he's 14. We'll hold on to him. Rory Watson, though, he looks like a stud. I'm going to go ahead and sign him up. 15 years old, striker. We don't have a lot of strikers. Gonna let Jasper Gilbert go. Billy Glover, 17 years old, but that overall, he's gonna be mid-60s at least. We're gonna go ahead and sign him up though. Now let's check Japan. Hopefully we have some good players in Japan, and he's not one of them, unfortunately. We're gonna let Yamazaki go. Next up, we got Yoshi Fujita. Potential's not great, but overall looks decent. We're gonna sign him up. And here we go. This is what I needed. Tomoya Sakubara. He looks great. Gonna go ahead and sign him up as well. And last but not least, let's see what we found in Uruguay. Hopefully we found at least one keeper. Okay, Felix Segura, he might be the one. It looks like it's gonna be Felix Segura. Let's go ahead and check on them and what their actual ratings ended up being. We finally have a goalkeeper, 60 rated, and he's got far throw. He could be our 3rd string goalkeeper. Max James has went up. Potential's gone down, but he's a 63. We have 3 youth player slots still available, and it looks like we have some really great candidates. Unfortunately, it looks like Benjamin Tardew's rating is going down, but we're going to keep him in as he's our only player left from Haiti. Actually, no, it looks like it's Romain Janin. So Benjamin Tardew, I'm actually going to let go. 48. He's 14 though. We'll keep him around for a bit. Billy Glover looks really good. Looks like a Reynolds 2.0 though. I don't know how he's going to get in the squad. These guys still look great. Hoping they reach 6 foot at least. Jensen Woolley still looks alright. Sakabura though, 80 speed, 81 acceleration. What's his dribbling? 64 dribbling, 69 ball control. Yeah, he might see the first team sooner or later, but this guy's better than him. But the potential is not quite there, and he's not as fast. You guys let me know which one of these players should get promoted, because one of these guys is going to get promoted sooner rather than later. But with our youth academy stuff out of the way, let's go and see if there are any deals we can make on deadline day. Under further examination of our budget, we only have $264,000 to work with. That's almost nothing. I don't think we can make a single permanent signing with this money, but we could potentially go in and make a loan signing, or we could promote a kid from the academy and have that be our deadline day signing. But I do want to try and sign a player. I'm just not sure who. Like, who could I potentially get on loan? Richie's at Sassuolo. Could I get him on loan? I could. Okay. We're just going to see what they say. See if we could do a loan to buy option, because then maybe we could sell Jackson if we get this guy on loan. Let's do a 1 year. His wages aren't crazy at all. Let's see if we can back them down to like 60-40. They'll split at 60 and then transfer. I can't even offer them future money because, yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so yeah, we can't do any kind of loan to buy signings. That is disappointing. I do like the look of this guy. Let's see if we can get him on loan. Just a regular loan, basic terms. Yeah, we don't have any money, man. Yeah, he's on a bit more money than Richie. They want us to pay 5K for a loan signing. He's making more money than Benji Van Dijk and Sean Meyer. Can't co-sign that. Cannot co-sign. 4,000 for a loan player who may not even start. I'm not gonna do it. We're walking away. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make a signing on deadline day unless someone like Jackson or Cox gets sold. I'm just going to keep advancing to see if we maybe get some offers in. Doesn't look like any realistic offers are coming in. 5 hours left. Doesn't look like anything's happening for us. Just as I say that, an offer has come in for Luke Cox from Wolfsburg. Let's try and do a 5% release. 5% sell-on clause, and they're not accepting that. Is 4 million just too high for him? He's got high potential. That's why I'm setting that price. Only about 3 hours left in the window. Our transfer window is almost up. Got 3 more offers. Luke Cox has multiple. That's crazy. We're rejecting this one for Sean. We're going to continue to negotiate for Luke Cox. They're not going to beat my valuation. He's not going to get sold. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. He's 17 years old. 80 something potential. I'm getting my money, whether you guys like it or not. Maybe we'll not do the sell-on clause. Let's just offer the flat 3.8. Oh shoot! And Kieran McKenna has coughed up 3.8 million for Luke Cox. There's not enough time for that to go through, I think. Has he been sold? That deal is not going to go through. And that is officially the end of the transfer window. And we did accept a bid for Cox, but it fell through because they could not reach an agreement. I think they just left it too late. Hopefully he doesn't hold any hard feelings for us trying to sell him. However, because we were not able to make a signing, I am going to go ahead and promote a player from the academy to the first team. And considering the fact that we sold Roman Haynes earlier in the transfer window, it looks like it's going to be either him or Kirk Ferguson. I would prefer a left center back. Are any of these guys left-footed? Kirk Ferguson is the left-footed. 16 bruiser. We don't have a single left-footed center back in the squad. We'll have to make a call here. Can Kirk Ferguson keep growing in height? He's 5'10". I mean, he's only 6 foot, you know? And I think it's gonna actually, I'm making a play call here. This is what I'm gonna do. I haven't done one of these yet, but we're going to play the youth tournament to see who performs better in the squad, and that's gonna be who gets promoted. And this is the squad that we are going to be running for the youth tournament game. And we're gonna have Jensen Woolley start over Tardew. We're gonna have Ferguson play on the left side, and we're gonna have James play on the right. They're both going to play. Whoever performs better is going to get promoted. And Fujita is gonna play on the right. It looks like Max James is gonna hold the armband. And yeah, let's see how the boys get on in our first youth tournament game of the series. And let's go, we kick off. I just wanna feel them out, you know, see who feels the best, who's best suited for first team football. Let's see, first bit of defending. It's not looking great from Max, but he does recover. He looks big on the pitch. Ferguson looks a lot smaller. He looks faster though. Maybe we can train him into a left back. So far, I haven't really been able to choose between the two. I kind of like Ferguson more, but more as a left back. And that left back position is kind of tricky for us right now. It seems like Max James is definitely the better defender of the two, but with Kirk Ferguson being able to play multiple positions, most likely, he may just edge it for me. Oh, and we get scored on. And it looks like it's Max James there at the back post who gets dunked on. That's not helping your stock. And they're showboating. All right, we got to put one on them. Come on, lads. We can't lose our first youth tournament game. Ferguson picked up a yellow card, but he picks up a goal with the weak foot as well. I don't know, Max James. He might have just jumped above you in the ladder. Another save from Segura. He's looking nice too. Fujita have a shot. And Fujita buries with an assist from Ferguson. Yeah, I think my mind has been made up. Ferguson, welcome to the first team, lad. You have fully deserved and earned it. And what a goal from Fujita. He's knocking on the door as well. Man of the match, Kirk Ferguson, 8.0. Max James was the lowest performing player. So yeah, he's going to have to cook in the academy a little longer. Despite him being 63 overall, it's 57 overall Kirk Ferguson who's getting promoted to the first team. Well done, son. Because of Ferguson's performance in that youth tournament game where he won man of the match, despite being one of the lower overalls in the squad, he's going to see a +3 to his overall, and he's automatically going to be switched from a center back to a left back, with center back being his secondary position. The reason why I'm automatically making him a left back is because it's going to take 57 weeks for him to switch from center back to left back, and I don't think that's very realistic. I think he's already pretty much suited to being a left back. Like, he's got 3-star, he's left-footed, he's 5'10", he's not really built like a center back, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make him a left back with his secondary position at center back. And I'm going to go ahead and make his overall a 60. I was going to just match it with James, but bumping him up 6 overalls after one game didn't sit right with me, so he's only gonna get the +3 to his overall. Kirk Ferguson, welcome to the squad. And since we played one more cup game this episode and Benji got a hat trick, we get to draw from the deck 2 more times. If you guys do think too many events are being drawn, let me know and I'll change some of the rules, but for the time being, we're gonna keep it like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw 2 more numbers and then I'll reveal what random events we got. So starting off with the first number, we got 3. Okay, the next number is 6. So we got 3 and 6. So 3 is Tactics Revolution. The assistant manager recommends a surprising tactical change. Switch formation for 3 matches. We're definitely gonna have to complete that one in the next episode. I actually was thinking about making a secondary formation considering Sean and Benji Van Dijk are killing it so far, and I want to get both of them into the squad, so I may come up with a 2-striker formation for the next 3 games. And 6 was Team Bonding Trip. The squad goes on a retreat. Highlight friendships or fun moments. Performance boost for the next 2 matches. I actually like that one as well. The boys get to go on a nice little retreat in between the next couple of games, and they get a nice little boost for our next 2 matches. Not sure where they're gonna go on retreat yet. If you guys have any ideas on where the boys should go on their trip, let me know down in the comments, and I'll definitely make sure the board finances that trip for them. Considering I'm not playing any more games this episode now that the transfer window is closed, we're gonna save these 2 for the next episode. But with that all said and done, let's get into some player stats for this episode. In our 5 games this episode, Benjamin Van Dijk finished top scorer with 5 goals. Jackson Wagner picked up 4 assists in only 2 games. Adario Campos picked up our only clean sheet this game. And Benjamin Van Dijk was top of the ratings with an 8.5 average match rating. And that's actually where I'm going to end today's episode. We got through a decent amount of games. I mostly just wanted to complete the transfer window for the summer and maybe bring in a player or 2. Unfortunately, we only got to make the 2 signings because of our transfer budget issue, but hopefully by the time January comes around, we'll be able to make at least another signing. When it comes to our fixtures for the rest of this month, we went on a nice little run, winning 4 out of our 5 games, our only loss coming to Reading, which we simmed. We're doing pretty well in the cup competitions so far. We beat Charlton Athletic 4-0, we beat Barrow 2-1, and we beat Cambridge United and Wigan Athletic in the league. Looking ahead to next month, we've got a decent slate of games for you. We've got Exeter City in the BSM Trophy. Looking forward to that. We played Exeter a couple of times last season in League 2, so it's going to be nice to play them again. We've got a couple of league games, and we've got a trip to Villa Park in the Carabao Cup. Last season, we played Liverpool in the FA Cup, and now we're playing Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup. So that's definitely going to be a challenge, but I believe in the boys, and I think we can maybe get something from them. And looking ahead to October as well, as we might play some of these games in the next episode, we got mostly league league fixtures, and then we've got Chesterfield in the BSM Trophy, who are still in League 2, so I'm hopeful that we'll be able to win these next 2 games in the BSM Trophy. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like if you guys did enjoy the episode, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be a part of the board of directors. I've been LDJ, this is the Severn Vale United Career Mode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.